Well, good morning, YouTube friends and family, and welcome to today's very sunny edition of the Wellness Homesteader. It's a little before 9 o'clock. I am out and about getting ready to do a big winter stock up shopping. I've been doing this kind of all along, but I have a full page of items that I want to buy. So I'm starting out here at the Dollar Tree. I'm going to take you along with me. I'll film as I can. I always want to be respectful of other people. But at the end, I'm going to share with you what I purchased and why. So stay tuned. So for me, no trip to the dollar store would be complete without going down all of the Halloween decoration and crafting aisles, because they really do have some great buys. And this particular Dollar Tree was a bit late in getting things, so I'm going to start shopping, and then I will get back with you when I get to the over-the-counter medication aisle. So one of the things I wanted to share is, if you like to craft, don't forget that even though this is a summer item, you could certainly remove this little piece and have a great little frame that you can do something with. Unfortunately, I still haven't made it to the medication aisle because I have a lot of crafts I still want to do and I still want to bring you. So we have a really good selection. If you like to make wreaths, now they have, instead of just green, they have black, they have silver and gold this year. These signs are great to paint and repurpose, so lots of ideas. I wanted to share with you that here in the makeup section, this is the mask applicator. They have peach, they have purple, blue, pink, so all $1. And these are great for protecting your fingers and hands when you're using super glue, hot glue gun, those type of things. You can also find super glue, the 2-bottle pack that looks like this, in the automotive department. So I'm going to continue on here now to the medication, over-the-counter medication. So, you know, depending on your needs, I always try to make sure that I have Benadryl. This is great if you have an allergic reaction, so one to use, one to put up. And again, these are all just $1. You don't have to commit to a ton. They have ibuprofen, they have aspirin, which is a great thing to have on hand. Now this is aspirin plus caffeine, what we used to call APCs. So I need to find just plain aspirin. Hopefully they have it. And yeah, it looks like they have aspirin plus caffeine. So that's an option. Lord forbid you would need a laxative. They have Epsom salts, which is good for muscle strains. They have the Advil, Motrin, ibuprofen. They have antacid tablets. Lots of things for like a sore throat and cough. Even some Ricola that helps support your immune system, some emergency. So all of these things are good to have on hand. Nasal decongestant, you know, should things go south and you not be able to get into the doctor. So I'm going to continue to look, and then at the end of this video, I'll be sharing with you what I actually purchased. So stay tuned. Well, as you all know, Dollar Tree can be pretty variable in what they have. And this is the closest Dollar Tree to me. And because school just started last week, they did not have anything but school supplies forever. So I happened in today, they had just stocked the shelves, and I got a lot of really neat supplies for crafting. I was disappointed in what they had in medications, but guys, let me tell you, I go to several different Dollar Trees, and what one does not have, a lot of times another one will, so don't get discouraged. What I can't find, also Walmart has a lot of small size over-the-counter medications that are generic for like 97-98 cents. So that is another option as well. It doesn't have to come from the Dollar Tree. So I am going to head now to Aldi. And again, I have this huge list. Excuse my hand in front of the camera lens, but let me just share with you. That is my list. So I am going to go to Aldi because often in the morning early, they will go through, not their spoiled meats, but meats that are nearing their best or sell by date. Let me say sell by date. So I'm going to go see what I can find. I'm pretty well stocked on meat, but also some of the items that I need for my long-term stock up to see what they have in stock. One disadvantage of my Aldi is they don't stock like 25 pounds of flour and sugar like Walmart does. So my final visit will be to Walmart. So thankfully I have a cooler in the trunk. So off we go. So apples are coming into season and they have a lot of varieties. I got the Pink Lady last time and they were super delicious, but they have Honey Crisp, which is a good eating apple, Fuji, and they're mostly between, and Red Delicious, $3.99 to $4.39. They also have Granny Smith and Gala. And lots of peaches, fresh fruits, cantaloupe. I just love this about Aldi. And excuse the crying child. So let me keep shopping. Good item to have on hand are the jerkies. So one thing about Aldi, they do put the prices here. So $1.46 an ounce, $1.58, $1.10, 99 cents. So this is a pretty good deal. Now, I will share, make sure that you like beef jerky and also that you can chew it. With my dental implants, I have difficulty chewing really chewy things. So, but for that, I would be snapping some of this up. So we're here at the final stop for the shopping day, and I'm actually at Walmart. I'm blessed to have a super Walmart in an adjacent town that I can go to. Aldi was kind of hit or miss. I did not get any of the 50% off meat, but they did have a couple things on special that I was able to pick up. So I did fairly well there. So on to Walmart to finish up this shopping trip. I just wanted to share with you that Walmart has 50, 70, and the 91% isopropyl alcohol. I use this in my soap making, but it's also the best germ killer. So $2.78 for 32 ounces, which is a quart. Goodbye. I'm back from the mega haul. So guys, that was a long shopping tour, but personally, I would much rather get it all done in one trip and be tired at the end than to break it up into several. So, you know, it's kind of dependent on my earnings, how much I can do at once. But I think this pretty much finishes me up for my winter prep. And this is really a haul video, but stay tuned because I will be doing, as promised, how to build up your pantry to be prepared for upcoming events, winter, whatever it may be. So hang tight. I'm going to turn you around and we will go through how I spent almost $450 today. My first stop that I'm going to go through here is Aldi, and I did spend $116.12, which is probably the most I think I've ever spent at Aldi. The one extra thing, guys, look at these roses for $3. It was the only ones they had, and you all know I reuse the rose petals once I've enjoyed the roses. So let's get into this. So they did have chicken breasts, and they were on sale actually for $1.79 a pound. So I got one pack there, and that is literally 4 or more meals for me. This is a little bit pricey, but it is so good. They're Atlantic salmon. I went through every single meat item, could not find one at half price. But this will make several meals as well. Also on sale, they had a seasoned boneless pork shoulder roast. Goodness, I can't speak. and that was $5.82, which I thought, you know, put in the crock pot, that was a great meal. I got a 1-pound bag of mozzarella, also of the Italian style cheese blend, because I'm going to be making lasagna this week for a guest. And they had Vidalia onions for $1.79, so I could not pass that up. Even though I have Vidalia onions, they will keep well. Some baby carrots, some honey gold potatoes, and I think I shared this in the store. I did buy some Pink Lady apples, and I will be making a really neat treat with that, so stay tuned for not next week, but the week after. Some Texas toast garlic style to go with the lasagna I'll be making. I bought 4 pounds of butter, 2 salted, 2 un. I also bought some apple juice. So this is a great thing to have in your preparation storage, because apple juice can give you the energy immediately that you need. It's great if you're having some GI problems. It's always a kid pleaser. So I did get 1 container of that. Also, the Deluxe whole cashews with sea salt. This was the best buy. It was $10, but that is a lot of cashews, and I like to use cashews and cheese together as a snack since I'm not a great big meat eater. Surprisingly enough, they had raw honey. Now, this is not local honey, but it is raw honey. Some baking cocoa, 2 packages of butterscotch chips, 1 jar of mayonnaise, and then 2 of their everyday Boulder paper plates. So this is the Walmart version, and they were actually much cheaper at Aldi. So that is my Aldi haul for $1.16. So coming over here, and yes, guys, this was my list, and I got everything but one thing that nobody had, but still, I felt like I did really well. So at Dollar Tree, I spent, old eyes, oh, don't tell me I need my reading glasses, $26.69 with tax. So I did get a double pack of the gel super glue. I got a foam pumpkin because I will be crafting with that. This little bucket I'm actually going to use also for a craft. I got some really cool black and purple roses, and the purple have little bats on them. The black have skulls. This really fun wreath. Wow, it looks super sparkly. But I do have a plan for that. And then on my medication prep, I did not have some of this on hand. I've got some antacid. This is equivalent to Dayquil, some cold symptom relief, and some Benadryl, because guys, I struggle with allergies, so I do take Benadryl on the regular anyway. He's cute little cat, and Frankie's dying here. He's like, I need to see all this stuff, Mom, and I won't let him on the counter, which obviously he found a way to get up. These cute little cats that you can paint, some floral wire. I bought another package of the finger protectors because I'm notorious for burning myself. 1 of the metal wreath forms, lots of ribbon. These super cute eyeball and glittery decorations to put on the wreath. I am going to change this up, but a Halloween type hanging. And then I did buy 3 of these. And if you notice, they have the ragged ends to them. Actually, I'm going to make something for the Christmas season using the back side, and you need 3 of them glued together. So that was my Dollar Tree haul. So my Walmart haul was a little bit more, $304.40. So as I said, I spent about $450. But guys, I got so much stuff. 2 pounds of the Jimmy Dean extra hot and spicy sausage. This is difficult to find. The crispy crowns, which are kind of like tater tots, a package of French fries, a very large cheesehead variety string cheese, which I like to eat with those cashews, a dozen jumbo eggs, a very large bag of chocolate chips, a bag of cinnamon chips, and a bag of caramel bites, and this is for an upcoming video where I'm going to make something really tasty. My favorite Greek god Greek yogurt. I got the honey vanilla instead of just the honey flavored this time. The Great Value brand hazelnut spread. I needed some ground cloves as well as some whole peppercorns. I use those in a lot of my canning and cooking as well. Some graham crackers, some cinnamon ones, which are great with the Nutella, imitation Nutella. Some rosemary and olive oil Triscuits. For my preps, this is the equivalent of Spam, but it's bacon flavored. And guys, I don't mind Spam. It's a great thing to have on hand for your long-term prepping. 2 packages of lasagna noodles, 1 to bake, 1 to have for later. And then this is also for my preps, Tang. And the reason that I purchased the Tang is, if you notice, let's see if I can get it around here. It has 100%, oh, focus. There we go, 100% of your vitamin C requirement. So it would be good in a situation where there is a lot of illness floating around. These little flavoring bottles are for my water. I do not normally drink any soda, and I've kind of given up my iced tea because of kidney stone issues. So yeah, I bought a few of those. Some sugar-free butterscotch pudding, which I use to make my protein shakes when I'm doing the Butterfinger flavored, and I've shared that before. I did buy a box of Bisquick, which I know you can make your own, but for convenience in my long-term pantry. You know, if you're having a crisis, sometimes the last thing you want to do is have to further create your own homemade mix. So I did get some Bisquick. I was low on panko, so that's for now. Guys, I got a double chocolate Ghirardelli and a Duncan Hines because it was only $1 dark chocolate fudge brownie. You can make your own brownie bark. I've tried it. It's actually very good. A couple packages of the chicken and garlic rice-a-roni. So even though I have non-minute or non-quick cook rice, I do like to have some quick things on hand as well. Moving over to more of the personal care as well as medication, I had to get a couple bottles of contact lens solution. Yeah, and this is going to my long-term preps, but you know what, guys? You never know when you might need a laxative. Just saying. This allergy relief is for now. Anti-Diarrheal. So these are 97 cents. You get 12 caplets. If you are ill during sort of a shutdown or a crisis where you can't get out with snow, ice, etc., believe me, you'll be grateful for those. Some low-dose aspirin. I don't know why the camera isn't focusing. Again, this is a good thing to have on hand in case somebody has a cardiac event. A couple bottles of the 91% isopropyl alcohol. And then this is great to have on hand. It is Pedialyte, but it is for kids and adults. This is the advanced care. It isn't cheap. There are 6 packets. Franklin. So at any rate, it's good if you happen to have an illness, a GI illness, where you need to get yourself rehydrated. Same with this. I have not tried this, the Hydrant Rapid Hydration Mix. I wanted to try another flavor of that as well. Franklin is systematically knocking things off to make room for himself on the countertop. Some pumpkin picks that I'll be using for my crafts. A few assorted ribbons out of the 97-cent bin. Some zip ties that I just happen to need. 2 toothpastes. 4 deodorants. I did buy the Sheila G's salted caramel brownie brittle because I'm addicted to that. It is so good. Some frosted mini wheats. The L'Oreal Elvive Dream Links. This was on sale or on special at Walmart, so I got the big bottle. And as embarrassing as it is to admit, I got a couple hair colors. So I'm just showing you what I got, guys. 4 jars of the Classico pasta sauce. So this, I have my own home canned pasta sauce, but I like sometimes to supplement it with the canned version as well. And some Worcestershire. So aside from what Frankie has knocked off in the floor, there's all this. And then down here on the floor, yes, did you get into something? Is you gonna chew that wreath? I think not. Okay, so there's a cat. I did not purchase him at the store. I got the equivalent of 96 rolls of Northern toilet paper. I've been having a really hard time finding Frankie's cat food, and I was down to 1 7-pound bag still on the shelf, so I got a couple of those. I bought 20 pounds of all-purpose flour, 20 pounds of bread flour. I only bought 10 pounds of sugar because I didn't need as much this time. And I also bought some Downy because it was also on special. So, guys, the dollar does not go as far anymore as it used to. That is for sure. Well, I hope you've enjoyed coming along with me today for a pretty big haul. I'm going to get busy and get all these things put away, which is half of the battle. First you have to buy it, then you have to pay for it, then you have to schlep it out home and out of the car, and then you have to put it all away. So drop me a comment below. How are you doing on preparing for, whether it's winter, hurricane season, or just preparing in general, given the state right now of things and some limited supplies? I will say there was still a lot of big holes at both Aldi and Walmart, but they were better stocked than perhaps a week ago, so I think I picked a good day to go. So I will look forward to bringing you a lot more information on how I'm going to store long-term these preps. All of the flour, etc., is going to go into the deep freeze for about 48 hours, and it's just a fact, guys, it will kill any larvae that are in there, and they're in there. You know, so it's a good thing to do before you go ahead and package them into Mylar bags, and then you end up with a problem in the entire 10-pound or whatever quantity you are packaging in. So as always, be healthy, be well, be blessed, and I'll see y'all a little bit later this week. Take care.